What's up everyone? The Cycle Frontier is launching tomorrow and I wanted to get one more video out to you guys to make sure that your start in the game is going to be as smooth as possible. So if you don't know, if you somehow stumbled on this video and you don't know what the Cycle Frontier is about, I made a video about that, so please make sure to check that one out so that you know what you're getting yourself into. And also if you're looking for a loadout or like the most efficient way to get started in the game, I also have a video for that. I will link both of these below in the descriptions so you can find it nice and easy. Now let's dive straight into the video, guys. Let's start off with a super important tip, and this one is going to be about inventory space. Very early on, you'll probably notice that you do not have that much inventory space to start off with, so it is going to be important that we find more of it, which you will be able to do through upgrading your personal quarters, as this is the only way to get more storage space. Trust me, you'll run out of space rather quickly once you start surviving some raids. Now, apart from upgrading stuff in your personal quarters, I can also give you two small tips that are like little optimizations that you can do to optimize your storage space. First of all, when you finish campaign quests or complete jobs, you'll be rewarded with scripts for each faction. These scripts will be needed to upgrade your hideout, but did you know that these scripts do not have any weight, and as such you can safely store them in your safe pocket on your character? This storage is the only one that is only restricted by the weight it can carry and not by the amount of spaces. That means as long as you don't go over the weight limit in your safe storage, you will be able to keep stacking stuff in there. You can actually do the same thing, and that's the second part of this tip. You can do the same thing with old currency, because sometimes you're going to want to save up a little bit of that, as you will also need it to upgrade some of the things in the personal quarters. You can also safely store those in your safe storage, as again, this does not have any weight. Now, you've probably already heard about the storm on Fortuna 3, and that from time to time on set intervals there will be a storm raging outside. You probably also know that being in this storm is a bad idea sometimes, because you can actually get hit by lightning. So if you're adventuring out there while the storm is raging, make sure you're paying attention and don't get zapped. But did you also know that there are a couple of special materials that you can only find in the storm? More specifically, I'm talking about charged spinal discs and charged mushrooms, which will be needed for certain crafting recipes. To obtain the charged spinal discs, all you need to do is kill striders while the storm is active, and the charged mushrooms only spawn during the storm. The third quick tip I wanted to get out to you guys is search every jacket and every money container and every regular container you see, as all of these have a good chance of spawning a keycard in them. Those keycards will then give you access to closed off areas, which often have a higher chance of better loot or a lot of loot in a small area. One of my personal favorites early on in the closed beta 2 was the abandoned mine keycard, as in there you can farm a bag full of brittle titan ore and titan ore, which is going to be a nice amount of K-marks once you sell it to the vendor. Another big tip is keep an eye on your stamina bar, guys. Let's talk about stamina management, because this is something that is often overlooked by new players, which will then very often lead them into a position where they will die because they're unable to sprint away or jump over something into cover. Many actions in the Cycle Frontier cost you stamina. These are sprinting, jumping, climbing, and mining. When your stamina gets to around 50%, you'll notice that your character starts breathing heavy, and this will make it easier for people to determine where you are, because they will constantly hear your heavy breathing. The lower your stamina goes, the worse this heavy breathing becomes. The lower your stamina gets, the worse this heavy breathing will become, so make sure to occasionally regenerate some of your stamina. Always keep an eye on your stamina bar, and always have that little bit of stamina left just in case somebody opens fire on you and you quickly need to sprint behind cover or jump over something to get out of the line of fire. Also, try to always use the tactical version of an armor piece if it's available, as this will also give you a little bit more stamina, and that never hurt anyone. And now the last tip I want to give you in this video, guys, is a little bit of a mindset thing. because a lot of people will go into this game thinking that it is a battle royale, which it is not. This game, if you want to progress, if you want to move on in this game and get to the good stuff, get to the juicy stuff that you will be able to buy from the vendors, you want to progress. And progressing is something that you do when you survive drops. If you get out with loot, you get more money, you get more stuff, you finish quests, you finish campaign quests, you finish jobs, you will progress in the game. Dropping in for pure PvP mayhem is of course very fun, but it can also not always be the most efficient way to get stuff done. Choose what is important to you and enjoy whatever you're doing. However, if you're only going for PvP mayhem, don't get frustrated when it doesn't go the way you want it to. A small addition to this is, let's say you're playing as a solo player, be very careful when you try to fight groups of people. Duos is usually fine if you use your positioning and if you keep a distance from them, but fighting a full group of 3 people as a solo can be very challenging because the time to kill in this game is a little bit higher than other games you might be familiar with, like for example Escape from Tarkov. And last but not least, guys, make sure that you're subscribed to your favorite YouTube channels, providing you with good guides and other content surrounding the Cycle Frontier. And while you're at it, you might as well just subscribe to my channel as well, leave a like on the video, and drop a comment down below. Oh, and don't forget, come say hi on Twitch. I stream the game there 4 days a week, and we'd love to meet you. That'll be it for this video, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye, and have a good launch.